The tip of the gun here simulates a human finger. Tiny negative sign beside it, that means that that side needs to be connected to ground or negative. But right now I'm touching the wires and I can't even feel it because the voltage is not high enough. Who's this? No, I'm not Steve. Wrong number. Tail by piercing into the tail. The washer below the dart so that it doesn't split. Let's go outside. Let me use my homemade taser. Okay, let's try it out. Try it out. Of course, men's razors are much sharper than this. Oh, this is not doing anything. It's just peeling my skin. That was a fake. Put a dab of this on my mustache. And I'm ready to go. Whoa! Let's give it a try. There we go, the charger LED is on. Now it's off. It's turning much harder now. Oh no, 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 no! No, no! I killed the phone!
Did you say you killed your phone?
No, I...
Did you? Damn it, Mehdi! How much do we have to pay for your f***ups?
I was just making a
And
video.
all for your stupid videos and for what? Read comments all day and giggle? $500 is a lot of money. Who's gonna pay for that? Your comments?
It's probably nothing, I'll fix it myself.
Yeah, it will end up in the pile of things to be fixed. Don't you think I know your routine by now? God, what did I ever...
Why don't you plug it here?
I'm gonna stand back a little bit and increase the power. I'm hoping that at least the capacitors are not charged anymore. Let's try them out. On Facebook, but not on my YouTube channel. So if you like, go to my Facebook page, ElectroBOOM, and like it there, and I will start to share them with you. Okay, now let's... Always be aware of your surroundings. Send it in.
Hi, I went through 6 months of extreme workout. It was an absolute hardcore workout, but considering my original body, I had to do something about it. It took extreme effort and discipline to go through these routines, but the 6 months are finally over and I'm very happy that I was able to finish it. When I look at what I was before this period to what I have become after, I feel absolutely disappointed. What the f***, man? What? I told you I'm an electrical engineer, not a personal trainer, you dumbass. But wait, there's more. No matter what, or else you will feel the pain. The device may often false trigger. The belt is very hard to open. It's made of very durable material, resistance to sharp objects, and it cannot be cut. So you will run until the batteries die or you die. 2 electrodes on the bottom and turns on with a switch. Now if you don't move, it says evolutionary device. With the flick of a switch, you're ready to But wait, there's more. Obviously the heat is coming from that corner of the board. I wonder what it is.
Don't be a baby.
Now let's pass some current through the pencil lead. That way I can measure its resistance. Nowadays everything blows up. Now let's kick it up a notch. I'm gonna run 10 amps through a regular pencil's graphite. Wow, this is getting... Oh my god! Whoa! Oh! Let's run 10 amps through this graphite and see how much it glows. Look at this! Let me see if I can measure its temperature using my thermal camera. Wow, look at that! Right away it goes above the 330 degrees maximum. But let me see if I can make some arcs. Oh. Nice, look at that. Nice. Am I on fire? Let's make some arcs now. Hey, my rods are burning? Goggles. Look at that, people. Molten... Oh, this glove is not good for this purpose. I made this simple circuit and I'll plug it in. Now the circuit is hot and the voltage is on this. Now I have replaced the capacitor on my circuit and I'll plug it in. I measure the 120 volt AC, I put the meter on AC and I measure the voltage. Oh my god! Hi, 3D printing is not a new concept. In fact, 3D printers have been around for ages. Let me show you. We are the 3D printers.
3D printers, 3D printers. All we are is 3D printers. Everything is 3D printers.
3D printing is quite easy. You keep putting blocks on top of each other until you're done. Let me demonstrate. If I plug it into the launching in 3, 2, 1, 0. You Houston, we have a problem.
Please join me for the first time to hear how it sounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It definitely made me sound like a rock star, although it feels more like an electric chair than a guitar. It is extremely dangerous to touch the 110 volt or 220 volt power lines. You can easily get killed. And believe me, nothing's worth touching a power line. When touching a power line, a few different things can happen. If you're wearing your plastic slippers that isolate you from ground and then touch the live wire, you still feel it, although it's not too bad. If you touch the live and neutral wires both, it's very dangerous because the circuit closes through your body. Your muscles can contract, this allowing you to let go. It's a pity though, I thought I could share my artistic side with you. I'll plug it in. Try it out. There is nothing. Is there actually a voltage? Wow, this is wild. You can see how far that it spark now. This gap is quite wide. Let me measure it for you. Well, you know, metal is generally conductive and electrons always find the easiest path to travel. So I would never touch any high voltage with a 100-mile long metal pole. Let's look at the spark some more. These sparks are so strong they can set a piece of paper on fire. See? Hi, replacing a light bulb is one of the simple things to do. The first thing you need to do is to remove the broken bulb. My finger. Good thing the breaker opened. God, piece of I broke the ball. Don't buy cheap bulbs and don't screw them too tight, otherwise they'll break. There's a switch. Unplug! Damn it! Unplug! Now it's time to lower the jack. So always remember what those were and store them nicely to avoid losing them. Now let's take a look at the camera here. There are a number of electronic circuits in the camera and there are connectors everywhere, like this one, a connector here, two connectors there, one connector here. This is actually a connector, and if you can see, there is a connector under the connector here. And if I flip the camera, and you can see the lens here, and if I remove the lens, you'll see the giant flash capacitor back here. Ow! Piece of shit! Steady. It's okay, it's safe now. When I had my finger stuck in a lighter and pulled the trigger, it zapped me. When you press the button, it sparks. Okay, let me show you how well it works. First, without the anti-pay. I'm going to run an electrohydraulic system of this car battery for you. I just tighten these nuts here. Always be careful not to short your car battery.
Now I connected these cables to the battery, and all I want to do is to pass them under. Just pass these cables under the table here. Now I enable the power supply. Then you loosen the nuts. His handbrake is. Then you lower the jack until the tire touches the ground. Then you loosen the nuts. Then you remove the tire. What the f? Oh. Raise the car again. Okay, let's plug it in. What was that? I blew the lighter fuse by shorting it with the broken connector. I guess we will be changing a fuse now. The fuse box should be somewhere in the hood. The hood has a stand that has to be securely placed into the hood hole. Let's charge the car battery with these. Now I have to wait till... Let me show you what I mean by this oscillation. If I put the bullet inside the coil and try to turn it on with my power supply here. Supply on, so you can see what's going on. There you go. You saw what happened. Oh, shit. So here we go. Use my angle grinder to sharpen the spoon. I like to talk about force, so I'm gonna hot glue this piece of cloth to my mustache. Just make sure it doesn't touch your skin a lot. Now I'm going to slowly lower this box and see if my mustache wins or the weight of this box. Okay, let's see if it works at all or not. Oh wow, it just broke off. Well, the other surface is good, so I'll just flip it around. Yeah. Well, maybe I should just get rid of the sides. Yeah, this is too sketchy, but let's give it a try. Nope, not working. So all I need is a little bit of lighter fuel and my mustache, and we are ready to go. Amazing. Usually shit goes haywire at this point. Oh, I forgot to turn on the... What the f*** was that? I said I'm sorry! Now if I probe the input A fire output ground, which is I think this bar, and now I will turn the power bar on. My fuse changes. A quick calculation shows having 170 volt across 100 ohm generates 300 watts of power. It's like having a 300 watt lamp within your fingers. It burns your skin very quickly. Now I use pliers to hold the resistor. See, the output voltage drops, but with very small ripples because there is a lot of filtering. Wow, I was holding that. I let it cool down for a while and the ceramic core takes a long time to cool down, and now you can see that the resistor is made of resistive wires wound around the ceramic core. Anywho, this power supply will eventually feed my high power Tesla coil driver circuit. Oh. To temperature, and you can tell the temperature quite accurately. Power it up and see what happens. Oh What did I do?
What the f did you do?
I'm fine, thanks.
Idiot.
What? Even play music from it. It's actually called a frother. What the f is a frother? Mother frother. It has a DC motor and 2 AA batteries, and by pressing the button it works. Here we go. Just add some water and some toothpaste and you're ready to go. Never do stupid shit that you will regret for the rest of your life. PWM stands for pulse width modulation. This means instead of having the power continuously to the motor, you modulate it by turning it on and off at a fast frequency like 10 kHz or 20 kHz. By controlling the amount of time the motor is on every period, you can set its speed. The percentage of time the motor is on every period is called duty cycle. Here you go. It's a very simple and yet effective circuit. Let's turn it on. Lines. These real capacitors can't get electrocuted. Look at these arcs created by my circuit. They are in order of 100,000 volts, and yet the only sound you hear from them are incandescent light. You can see the flow of electrons in it. But where are they going? Isn't the glass non-conductive? Whoops, it melted and broke the glass. I made this piece of wire that can balance on its center, and I'm gonna put it on the coil. What? Why doesn't it hurt? What kind of sorcery is this? Did it decide not to hurt? Ow! You give me an electrical shock when I do it with my finger. Ow! Well, it starts spinning. There is a jet of electrons shooting from the ends, forcing it to spin. Jump to it. The hell? Ouch! Although the arcs are... Ouch! Ouch! The arcs are not jumping to the screwdriver, but it... Get closer to the ball. What the f are you doing? Who the hell are you? I was just passing by. I think I'm lost. Dude, this is my bedroom. Honey, did you leave the door open again? It's okay, I'll show myself out. What kind of fetish were you performing? Get out! Okay. Imbeciles. Now, if I probe my eyes carefully, you see that the resistance of the eyes is somewhere between 20k to 50 kilo ohms, which is much smaller than the skin. So if I fall into a water with live wires, the electricity will go through my eyes and will probably burn my brain. But this is not the only spot with low resistance. For example, my nostrils. Somewhere around less than 100 kilo ohms even. Or my ears. It's around 200 kilo ohms. Or even my tongue. It's around 20 kilo ohms. It tastes funny. But that's secondary. Oh, I have a scar on my wrist. It reminds me of that fateful day. I was cutting a piece of laminate with a carpet knife like every other idiot, and I stabbed myself and pierced my wrist about an inch deep. It took a while for it to fix itself. The human body is amazing. After I cut my wrist, the bleeding wouldn't stop. The first thing I did was to make sure that I didn't cut any strings. Then I put pressure on the wound for 15 minutes and the bleeding pretty much stopped. But then as soon as I bent my wrist, it started bleeding all over again. It was a mess. Oh, oops. Oops. Now I wonder if this watch can actually handle 25 kilovolts. Oh well, no reset. I made my simple circuit connected here and I'll turn it on with my power supply. Here I turn on the supply. See? No sparks. There is not even a high voltage here that I can feel. So it's impossible for this to excite a fluorescent bulb. What the f? Was I wrong? Well, I'm never wrong. Well, you're pretty much always wrong. You're pretty much always shut up! Oh, sh**. This circuit can be further beefed up. Holy! Before we start, smart kids, don't try this at home. Dumb kids, stop watching right now. Okay, let's see how far the fire goes. Let's try again. Nope, it doesn't work at all. Don't touch hot stuff. The wires, and if I touch the wires, it turns on. Ow! Ow! There is no... As I mentioned in my other video, a power supply like this one that can generate 70 amps doesn't necessarily hurt you at all if the voltage is set very low. Observe. No! Who the hell set this to 25 volts? Let's reduce the voltage level and increase the frequency all the way to 60 Hz. I shocked my ass sitting on these live wires. Always clean up the lab, otherwise something will bite you in the ass. Okay, finally, let's power it up. It's done. Let's turn it on and see how it looks like. Sick, I'm gonna pull every remaining hair off my head. Ow! Can't even use the piece of wire. Came to Stanley Park. This power supply can generate 20 volts, 150 voltage goes almost to when you short it together, the voltage you can see goes to 0 and the current goes to 150. It's hot. Okay, you can see it still sparks. Let's try it out. What the f? I thought I set it to 1 volt. Huge. Don't cut 4 volts, and I'm going to connect this thin wire to it, and you can see how the wire melts and burns under.